He was lying in a hospital bed, shot 5 times. A journalist leaned over and asked how he was. Tupac Shakur looked up and said, "Not this time, but it's coming." 2 years later, it came. His birth name was Lassane Parrish Crooks. He was born on June 16, 1971 in Brooklyn, New York, the son of a woman awaiting trial. His mother, AJ Shakur, was a member of the Black Panther Party. She was one of the Panther 21 activists charged with conspiracy to bomb New York City landmarks. She defended herself at trial while pregnant. She won. 30 days after her acquittal, Tupac Amaru Shakur came into the world. She renamed him Tupac Amaru, after an 18th century Incan revolutionary who led an uprising against Spanish colonizers and was executed for it. He was born carrying a name that meant resistance. He never stopped carrying it. Tupac's early years were shaped by movement and poverty. Harlem, the Bronx, Baltimore. It was Baltimore that changed him. At 14, he enrolled in the Baltimore School for the Arts, studying poetry, ballet, jazz, acting, Shakespeare. His teachers called him gifted. His classmates called him funny, strange, alive. He wrote letters. He wrote poems. He kept journals. He read The Art of War. He read Machiavelli, a detail that would come to mean everything. When Afeni moved the family west to Marin City, California, Tupac arrived with a backpack full of verses and nowhere to perform them. He freestyled at parties. He knocked on doors. He would not be quiet. He moved to Oakland. He connected with the rap group Digital Underground. And in 1991, at 19 years old, he appeared on their single Same Song with 15 seconds of verse. Those 15 seconds were the beginning. His debut album, Tupacalypse Now, came the same year. Brutal, political, angry in the way only someone raised in the shadow of the Black Panther Party could be angry. The country noticed, not always kindly. Vice President Dan Quayle said the album had no place in American society. Tupac took that as a compliment. By 1995, Tupac was one of the most famous rappers in America. He was also one of the most troubled. Prison time, lawsuits, a sexual assault conviction he maintained was unjust. And then there were the lyrics. In If I Die Tonight, released in 1995, he wrote, "I hope they bury me and send me to my rest. Headlines reading murdered to death, my last breath." Listen to that. He didn't say if he died, he said when. And he didn't say heart attack or old age, he said murdered. He told a PBS interviewer in 1994, asked where he saw himself in 15 years, he said, "Best case in a cemetery, not in a cemetery, sprinkled in ashes, smoked up by my homies." In a 1994 Vibe magazine interview, he said he felt like he was living on borrowed time. He took a name, Machiavelli, his spelling of Machiavelli. The philosopher who wrote about power, betrayal, and the strategic benefits of appearing to be dead. He filmed a music video for I Ain't Mad at Cha in May 1996. The video opens with a scene of him being shot leaving an event and dying in an ambulance. It was released days after his actual death, and on a track recorded with Richie Rich, released 2 months before he was shot. He said, almost casually, "I've been shot and murdered, can tell you how it happened word for word." He could, he did, and then it happened. November 30th, 1994, New York City. Tupac arrived at Quad Recording Studios in Midtown Manhattan for a late-night session. In the lobby, 3 armed men approached him. They shot him 5 times, twice in the head, 3 times in the body. He survived. He walked to the elevator, went upstairs to the studio where the session was still going on, and looked into the eyes of the men in that room. He believed he had been set up. He believed the people who knew he was coming that night had let it happen. From his hospital bed, he told journalist AJ Benza, "Not this time, but it's coming." He was right. He had just released All Eyes on Me, a double album, 27 tracks, recorded in 2 weeks after his release from prison. Critics called it a masterpiece. It went 5 times platinum. He was signed to Death Row Records under Suge Knight. He was working on 3 more albums simultaneously. On the evening of September 7th, 1996, Tupac Shakur attended the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon boxing match at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Tyson won in 89 seconds. After the fight, in the hotel lobby, there was a confrontation, an altercation involving a member of the Southside Crips. At 11:15 p.m., Tupac's BMW was stopped at a traffic light on Flamingo Road at Colville Lane, a few miles from the casino. A white Cadillac pulled alongside. 4 shots. Tupac was hit in the chest, pelvis, and hand. Suge Knight, driving, was grazed by a bullet fragment. Tupac Amaru Shakur was rushed to the University Medical Center of Southern Nevada. He underwent surgery. He was placed in intensive care. 6 days passed. On September 13, 1996, at 4:03 in the afternoon, Tupac Shakur died. He was 25 years old. The murder has never been solved. No one has been convicted. No one has been charged. Detectives, journalists, and documentarians have spent 30 years circling the same names, the same timelines, the same unanswered questions. The official case remains open. What is not in question is what he left behind. Tupac Shakur sold more than 75 million records worldwide. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017. His albums still chart. His lyrics are still quoted, still debated, still tattooed onto skin. His mother, Afeni Shakur, spent the remaining 20 years of her life preserving his work. She founded the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation. She released posthumous albums, authorized documentaries, pushed his poetry into schools. She died in May 2016, still working. Thousands of murals carrying his face exist on walls from Compton to Johannesburg. He studied Machiavelli. He took the name Machiavelli. He wrote about his own death with a specificity that is still difficult to explain. Whether it was prophecy, premonition, or simply the clear-eyed assessment of a young black man in America who understood the odds, we do not know. We know this: he said it was coming. He wrote it down. He filmed it. He recorded it. And then it came. He was born into a revolution. He died before he turned 26. And he has not gone quiet. Say his name: Tupac Amaru Shakur.